Hi, my name is Wing Liang, the Aragon watch designer, and welcome to our Aragon watch channel. Very exciting for me today because we are going to debut one of our latest Aragon Divemaster 42 skeleton. Now, what is so special about this particular design is it is our first time in the Aragon brand to use a sapphire bezel insert. Okay, that's our first time, even though we've been in the watch industry for a very, very long time. And it's also our first time using the SII NH72 skeleton mechanical automatic movement. Now, the NH72 is the same as the NH70. If you're familiar with the movement, the NH70, which is a skeleton movement. The 72 is the brand new from Seiko with the ruthenium plating. Okay, so we're gonna go through that, and we're gonna come in and with a close up, you can see how beautiful this movement is in this color. And many people will ask, why was it a big deal? Well, it is a big deal because in the watch industry, and we've always been using ionic plating, blue, gray, black, or gold, or rose gold, with our cases and our movements. But this is the first time we're using this particular material. And it gives you, the material is a harder material, so it gives you protection from being scratch resistant. Yes, of course, we know the movement is inside of the watch case, therefore, but on the other hand, we are using it because we like the color. This particular color of this material is kind of like a grayish tone, not black. So really very nice. If you are a passionate watch enthusiast or collector like I am, I always like to be one of the first to own, particular engine or motor or movements. I should call it the movement. So anyway, so I'm crazy about this movement. I've been wearing it myself for months. And this one particularly is a prototype, and I'm going to show it to you the difference and what improvement I've done to the production one. Okay, so the spec, quickly go through this. I'm going to go through this again when we are having the close-up it's the 42 millimeter watch case in diameter. So from 3 to 9 o'clock position, okay? The thickness is 14, and then the lug to lug, north to south, is approximately 48. It's very, very wearable. I know a lot of guys out there, they prefer smaller watch case. 42 is very wearable. Lately I've been hearing a few guys asking me to make 38, 40. In my opinion is 40 and 42 is very similar because it's only 1 millimeter from either side, north and south, west and east and west. So I don't see is a necessary yet, but of course I'm also working on one which is a 40 millimeter, and it's gonna come late this year or early next year. It's gonna be a Damascus steel case, and we're gonna make it very thin. So anyway, coming back to the Divemaster 42 skeleton. So continue with the spec. I mentioned about north to south is 48 approximately. Also, is the bracelet is 4 millimeter in thickness, solid stainless steel, not folded stainless steel. Even the first end link is solid, not folded stainless steel. There's a lot of watches out there I've seen. Their price one is a lot higher than us, and they don't even use sapphire crystal, sapphire bezel insert, and solid stainless steel. Crown size is 7 millimeters, screw down crown, and with 200 meters water resistance. Solid deploying clasp. Now, another thing I want to point out, the bezel is 120 teeth clicking, okay, rotating bezel. But this time it's a little bit different. We use the ball bearing system, okay? So let me try to explain to you briefly. I don't want to get into too technical. So most of the watches we've been doing in the past is we use that vertical teeth, okay, around the bezel, inside the bezel, with a spring inside for the turning bezel. But this one is completely new to us is we're using this horizontal teeth system. So the teeth are like one on top of another. And then there's a ball bearing at the 6 o'clock position inside the bezel. So what's the benefit of this? It gives it a much more smooth rotating feeling when you turn. Smooth, and also the sound of it has a major improvement. Okay, so try this out. It's quite an interesting design system for the rotating bezel. So anyway, so what else? What else I can tell you is, and also the local position is at the 9 o'clock position, okay, on the sidewall of the watch case. So, and I'm going to explain to you why when we get the close-up as to compare with the prototype. So I think that's it. So one more thing that I like to point out is this time we made an option is with the silicone strap. Okay, so you can order both in stainless steel bracelet and also in the silicone strap. The lux size is 20 millimeter. The benefit if you decide to order the silicone strap, you can go to the add-on, the bracelet. So, and of course you have to purchase this with additional costs. So you can have the benefit of both. Okay, of course, if you decided to order the stainless steel bracelet, you can also have the add-on of the silicone strap. But I personally much prefer. I'm a solid stainless steel bracelet kind of guy, so I would wear steel bracelet most of the time. So now let's come in, and I'm going to explain to you. And there are 5 color options. Okay, 5. Okay, and then 2 movement to select from. Okay, let's go to this here first. Okay, so this is the NH70. I'm sure you have seen this movement before, or maybe it's even in your collection. It's the silver or stainless steel color movement, the NH70. Okay, so what is NH70? In case you haven't seen it before, it's taking the NH35, okay, removing, the bottom plate, removing the date wheel, okay, and then skeletonize the bottom plate, the top plate, and that is the removing the unnecessary components of the movement and creating the NH70. Okay, still is hacking second. It's still approximately 40 hours of power reserve, and it's still a automatic movement with the rotor in the back. Okay, it's fully decorated rotor. Okay, you can see that in the exhibition case back. Now, so over here is the black sapphire bezel, white lume glows green. NH70, white lume glows green for the hands and the hour index. Okay, for this option right here, the crown is full lume in green, lume glows green. So over here is a white sapphire bezel, white glows blue. Okay, very clearly, I gotta state this. And the hands are in black, green lume glows green, hands and hour index. Okay, so that's what we have. So you can have the option to order this in stainless steel bracelet or the gray silicone strap. Now over here, okay, I gotta do this very clearly. At the end of the video, we're gonna do a lume review as well. Now, this is the brand new SII NH72. This is the ruthenium, excuse me, I gotta pronounce this again, ruthenium plating NH72. In case you have never seen it before, this is such a beautiful movement, fully decorated. The color is amazing. So we have green sapphire bezel, blue sapphire, it's blue color sapphire crystal, I should say that. And then black color sapphire crystal for the bezel and the crystal. Okay, AR coating as well. Now, it's easier for me to turn and show you the color movement as well. So you can see the fully decorated rotor exhibition case back. And I'm gonna put it on, quickly, why I want to mention. Okay, here we go. We have the rotor, the logo at the 9 o'clock position. Why I've decided to do this, okay, is because if you are able to see my prototype, let me put it side by side. Okay. So the original design had the logo at the 12 o'clock position. So every time when I was looking at the time, the logo is a little bit distracted, to the to my eyes. So I've decided, okay, I want to clear this out. So I put the logo at the side, the 9 o'clock sidewall, and I think it is a very good improvement. Okay. So the only thing you see is the Japan movement at the 6 o'clock on the dial, not on the crystal. Now, that's a major improvement. Another thing is, Aragon is a brand. We've been around for 30 years. And we have our own unique taste in design. So we don't follow what the watch industry do or whatever. I like to do things on my own. So this watch is approximately 14 millimeter. Can we make this watch thinner? Of course I can. But I choose not. Here's the reason why. Because I like to use a solid case back. Okay, it improves water resistance. Okay, this watch is truly a grade dive watch. So we're not a watch company and tell you, okay, 100 meters water resistance, don't even go swimming. This watch you can go diving, swimming, shower, anything you want to do with. Okay, so another thing is I also like to make the clearance between the movement and the crystal a little bit higher. Now, if the camera is able to point out, you see how tall the hour hand and the minute hand and second hand? Can you see that angle? That height, the elevation between the hour hand and the movement. So let's say if I choose to reduce the height, I can probably take out another millimeter. All right? Or if I wanted to use a thin, low quality case back, I can probably reduce another 1 millimeter. So I can probably make this watch, I would say 12.5 millimeter thinner. I mean, total thickness is about 12.5, but I choose 14 millimeter because, if you're 5 feet tall, 5.5 feet tall, or even taller, 6 feet tall, you have a 5.5 or 6 inches wrist or 6.5, or some guys are even 8.5 inches wrist. Having that 1 or 2 millimeter in thickness of the watch is not going to kill you, but it feels substantial. That's my opinion. Okay, I'm not ruling out all these fancy Swiss-made brands. They like to challenge to be like 10 millimeter or 9 millimeter in thickness. But that's my style. That's how I like to do things. That's how I like to make my, create and build my watches with substantial weight. That's just how it is. All right. I think I cover it up. Cover majority of the watch. The specs, the design ideas, and why I choose to do things like that. So you can see the solid deployant clasp. You can see the solid stainless steel bracelet, and I want to put it up next to me side by side. I don't know, guys. I think most people will have a hard time choosing which one, and I think it's going to be a difficult decision between choosing the blue, green, or the black bezel. Even the NH72 or just the NH70, okay? Really good looking, very, very good looking watch. Really well built. The rotor is amazing. The bezel clicking sound is really, really nicely done. Can't say enough about it. I know maybe some of the watch guys, they're watching this video, they've never heard of the Aragon brand. They're going to say something. Of course, you designed this watch. You're going to say nice things about your brand. But truly it's our brand value. It's our brand philosophy. That's what we like to do. So, in case I haven't talked about the ruthenium, the NH72 version, is white lume glows green for the hands, index, and the bezel. Okay, so we're gonna go to the lume shot now. I hope you enjoy our video. This watch is incredible. For a lot of watches right now, we're moving to the directions to sapphire crystal for most of our watches, and we're choosing the Seiko movement. We love Seiko, very good quality, lasts forever, And then we're also moving into R150, which is a Ronda Swiss-made automatic movement. I love Ronda too. So those are our main calibers that we're using. And in 2022, we might have one or two automatic tourbillon coming. And we are also doing the next collection in the next month or so, November. We're going to have another collection is the Hercules with the tungsten and sapphire, and the Soprat movement is coming. So I hope you enjoy our video. And I hope you enjoyed the Aragon Divemaster 42 skeleton. And this is our first NH72 for the Aragon brand, and it's also the first Sapphire bezel insert for the Aragon brand. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and please give us a like so we know how many people like our video or you dislike our video. Give us a feedback. I read all of them. I try to answer as much as I can. And also subscribe to our channel so you know what's coming every month, what's new coming, what's the latest news with our brand. Okay, so thank you very much. I hope you see you soon.